Every single day, over $541 million in cash are newly printed in the United States, yet the financial system still faces a shortage of circulating money. At first, this may sound counterintuitive, but the truth is that most of that freshly printed currency isn't produced to expand the overall money supply. It's printed simply to replace old, worn, or damaged bills that have been removed from circulation. Torn edges, faded ink, and years of wear take their toll, and so the Bureau of Engraving and Printing constantly replenishes the supply with new notes. But how exactly is a US dollar bill made? Behind every single note lies an intricate process combining sophisticated printing technologies, proprietary materials, and layers upon layers of hidden security features. The entire operation functions under a system where the margin for error is virtually zero. From raw materials to the final stroke of ink, from automated inspection to precise cutting and packaging, the entire process demands a level of precision comparable to manufacturing aircraft components. In this story, we step inside the highly restricted U.S. currency production line, where every dollar is crafted with national-level accuracy, security, and reliability. Interestingly, not all U.S. dollars are used within the borders of the United States. In fact, about 6 out of every 10 bills circulate abroad. From banks in the Middle East to bustling night markets in Africa, the American dollar serves as a trusted medium of exchange and a global store of value. That $100 bill in your wallet may have once sat inside a safe in Dubai or exchanged hands at a gas station in Kenya. Among the many denominations, one particular note holds a special place in people's hearts: the $2 bill. Considered a symbol of good luck in American culture, it's a collector's favorite and a charm for many who value its rarity. Beyond its symbolism, the US dollar also stands out for its exceptional physical quality. Unlike most countries that print currency on cotton paper, polymer, or cotton polyester blends, the United States is the only nation that uses a unique blend of 75% cotton and 25% linen, sourced exclusively from a single supplier. This composition gives the bill remarkable durability, making it resistant to wrinkling, tearing, and capable of surviving decades of circulation. Before a single bill is printed, the entire process begins with design. Creating a dollar isn't just about aesthetics, it's about building an intricate security system hidden within every line and pattern. Artists and design engineers at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing work meticulously on each detail: the portrait of the president, the phrase "In God We Trust," the fine geometric borders, and the blank areas reserved for watermarks and security threads. Each denomination carries its own unique design, tailored to its level of protection and circulation frequency. Every detail is carefully considered and deliberately placed to maintain both functionality and authenticity. From the initial sketch, the design moves into the phase of high-resolution laser engraving, preparing for the printing techniques that follow. During this stage, engineers also plan the arrangement of the multiple security layers, ensuring that even when millions of identical notes are printed, each one can be verified through physical, optical, and sensor-based methods. The journey of the US dollar begins long before it reaches a printing press. It starts in the fields. US dollar bills aren't made from ordinary paper. They're woven from cotton fibers, a premium material typically reserved for luxury textiles. To produce this special fiber, farms in southern states such as Texas and Georgia grow a dedicated variety of cotton prized for its whiteness, strength, and durability. During harvest season, large mechanical pickers sweep through the fields, using rotating spindles and metal grip bars to pluck the cotton from the plants. Though similar in appearance to textile-grade cotton, the standards for currency-grade fibers are far stricter. No seeds, oils, or organic debris are permitted, and only the longest, purest, and most uniformly colored fibers are accepted. Once harvested, the cotton is transported to processing plants where fully automated systems handle every stage. Plastic wrappings are removed, and rotary machines with comb-like teeth loosen the fibers and remove coarse debris like dry leaves and soil. The material is pre-cleaned using compressed air and vibration to eliminate fine dust and seed shells. Then a gin machine separates the fibers from the seeds, followed by several filtration steps to purify the batch. The high-grade cotton is then compressed into 220-kilogram bales, labeled for traceability, and shipped to specialized paper mills, ready for transformation into the substrate of U.S. currency. Unlike cotton, flax, the source of linen, requires a cooler and more humid climate. For this reason, most of the flax used in U.S. currency production is imported from Europe, particularly France and Belgium, where flax cultivation has been a craft for centuries. The harvesting process is unique. Rather than cutting the plants, specialized machines uproot them entirely to preserve the full length of the fibers. The 1-meter-long stalks are laid flat in neat rows to dry under the sun. After several weeks, large baling machines roll them into massive cylindrical bundles weighing around 300 kilograms each. Before the fibers can be used, the flax undergoes a natural decomposition process called retting, which lasts 2 to 4 weeks and helps separate the fiber from the woody stalk. The dried flax is then crushed and combed in processing machines, removing the wooden core and preserving only the longest, whitest, and strongest strands. Because flax fibers are fragile, every step of the process is carefully controlled for moisture, temperature, and applied pressure. Once purified, the flax fibers are compressed into bales and shipped to the paper mills, where they are blended with cotton to create the distinctive cotton-linen blend that defines American currency. When the raw bales arrive at the paper mill, the process of creating one of the most unique papers in the world officially begins. The cotton and linen fibers are cleaned with hot steam, chopped into shorter pieces, and mixed with pure water in large vats to form a thick slurry. At this stage, tiny red and blue security fibers are added randomly to each batch, providing a subtle yet highly effective layer of protection against counterfeiting. The slurry is poured onto a moving conveyor, pressed thin, dried, and rolled into large sheets. Embedded into these sheets are watermarks, security threads, and technical features that are invisible to the naked eye but vital for authentication. The sheets are further dried, compressed, and rolled before being shipped to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. This paper is not available on the open market. Only Crane Currency in Massachusetts is authorized to produce it under exclusive contract with the U.S. government. Before a single bill can be printed, a steel engraving must be created. Inside the engraving rooms of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, artisans sit quietly before polished steel plates, using pantograph pens to carve every microscopic detail into metal, from the wrinkles on Franklin's forehead to the intricate curls of ornamental borders. Once complete, the master plate is chrome-plated to withstand the immense pressure of the intaglio presses. The master design is then replicated through a process known as serigraphy, which uses UV light and photosensitive coatings to duplicate every line and curve with microscopic precision. After electroplating, hundreds of identical steel printing plates are produced, each ready to enter the next stage of currency printing. The printing process begins with offset printing, which lays down the first visual layer of the note, soft color backgrounds, galoche patterns, and decorative frames. High-speed machines print both sides of the paper simultaneously using specialized inks. The ink is transferred from a plate to a rubber blanket, then pressed onto the paper for flawless coverage. This technique is used for denominations of $2 and above. The $1 bill skips this step entirely, which is why it feels noticeably different to the touch. After offset printing, the sheets are dried and prepared for intaglio printing, where raised textures are created by pressing the paper against engraved steel plates under tons of pressure. This step gives the dollar its signature tactile feel, the texture you can sense with your fingertips. For denominations of $10 and above, another feature is added, color-shifting ink known as OVI. This ink changes color depending on the viewing angle on a $100 bill. The 100 shifts from copper to green. The ink contains microscopic crystals that reflect light in specific directions, and only a handful of authorized suppliers in the world can produce it. Once the color-shifting layer is applied, microprinting is added. This involves engraving ultrasmall text into different parts of the note. Phrases like the United States of America etched into Franklin's collar or tiny USA markings hidden beneath the portrait. These details are so small they require a magnifying glass to see, but they play a crucial role in verification by experts and machines alike. Finally, each note receives two unique serial numbers printed in dark green or black ink alongside the official seals of the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve Bank that issued it. Before being released, each bill undergoes rigorous quality control. High-resolution optical scanners inspect the surface of every note for imperfections, color misalignment, smudges, distortions, or mismatched serial numbers. Any bill that fails is immediately rejected and recycled. Human inspectors also manually review random batches to ensure no errors slip through. Once approved, the large sheets containing 32 bills each are precisely cut into individual notes measuring exactly 6.14 by 2.61 inches. The notes are then stacked in bundles of 100, grouped into bricks of 1,000 and pressed flat. Each bundle is labeled with its batch code, denomination, and production date for traceability. These freshly minted bills are stored in secure vaults monitored by biometric systems and surveillance before being distributed to the 12 Federal Reserve banks across the United States. From there, the money enters circulation, or in some cases, returns for inspection or destruction if damaged. The issuance of money is not merely a technical task. It's a carefully controlled exercise of national trust and financial authority. Every single note carries the weight of history, security, and legal value. The journey of a US dollar is thus a remarkable fusion of precision engineering, advanced technology, and artistic craftsmanship. From cotton fields and flax farms to top-secret printing facilities, Each bill passes through dozens of stages of control and refinement. By the time it reaches your hands, it's far more than just a medium of exchange. It's a piece of American heritage, a product of innovation, and a symbol of global economic power. If you found this process fascinating and want to explore more incredible feats of modern manufacturing, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe for the next behind-the-scenes journey into the making of the world's most iconic creations.